Camas, Washington. I know you've heard the hype about it, whether you live in Clark County currently or not. Camas has most certainly been my client's top choice for location to move over the last 2 years, and for good reason, but Camas is changing. Stay tuned to find out why. Hey, welcome to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm Hannah Dubyne. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to be the first to know about all things living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington. And today we're talking about Camas. So Camas is changing, newsflash. Camas is a really cute, homey town just east of Vancouver. It's small, it's only 23,000 residents, there's a beautiful lake in it, and it is a choice favorite for not only my clients, but a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people move here over the last 2 years, but it's changing. So what is changing, you ask? Camas is planning on adding 12,000 residents between now and 2040. That's a lot of people considering that right now the population's 23,000. Okay, so that's almost a 50% increase in, what are we, 2022 right now? Less than 20 years. So that is very substantial. And we already do not have enough homes for everyone currently. So we're gonna have to add a lot of homes, a lot of infrastructure, commercial buildings, restaurants, all of those things to house the people that wanna come into Camas. So enter the North Shore Suburbia plan. And what this is it is a development plan for north of Clackamas Lake. This is a 900-acre plot of land that is eventually gonna be turned into multifamily housing, single-family housing, attached housing, schools, parks, trails, commercial, restaurants, everything that a city could possibly need is going to be right here. So this 900-acre plot of land currently sits north of Clackamas Lake, and part of it is privately owned. I would say about 75% of it is privately owned, and 25% of it is currently owned by the city. The city is taking great care to make sure that the residents have a say in it, and they launched this campaign in 2019. They did interviews with people around the community, lots of forums to get their input, and I'm gonna have some links down below in the description of all the documentation I could find about the project, just so for your reference. So phase 1 of the project started in 2019, and that's where they were just gathering public feedback from people and kind of seeing how they wanted the residents of Camas to see the North Shore developed over the coming decades. The city came up with 7 main goals of how they want to develop this area over time. So I'm going to read them to you, and we're just going to kind of go over them based off of what I've seen so far. So their first goal is to preserve the North Shore's natural beauty. So for all of you out there who are worried about, hey, you know, Camas is a beautiful place to live and we want to keep it that way, well, their number one goal is to keep it that way. So they're going to make sure that we're keeping trees, we're keeping walking trails, we're keeping places that preserve the way that Camas has been for hundreds of years. Their number 2 goal is to plan a network of green spaces and recreational opportunities. So they understand that families and people want to go out, they want to be together in parks, they want to play, and they're going to take that into account. It's not just going to be only houses or only buildings, which would be terrible. Their third thing that they have on the list is cluster uses for a walkable community. Now, I think during the pandemic, we all realized how important it was to get out and to be walking, and Vancouver is definitely a very car-oriented city, but hopefully as they develop the North Shore area of Camas, they're going to make it really walkable friendly, and as I just said, that is their number 3 goal in this project. Number 4 is to provide a variety of housing options. So right now in Camas, most of the houses are single-family houses. It's the highest cost of living area, and honestly, it will continue to be. They say they want affordable housing in here, but it's going to be affordable relative to Camas. So hopefully we're going to see some more attached homes, which is going to be able to bring more of that lower budget spectrum into play, and we're just going to have a lot of options for people. Obviously, this is my cup of tea. This is my area of expertise, so I'm really excited to see how it pans out over the next decade. Their 5th thing that they have on the list is to locate industrial parks and commercial centers to the north. So obviously they want to bring in enough infrastructure to support everyone. It's good for us to bring in more businesses. We already have a lot of commercial businesses in Camas. They bring in great tax revenue, they bring in jobs. So Camas wants to keep bringing that in, which is great. Number 6, favor local serving businesses. Of course, we love this. We don't need another McDonald's or a Wendy's here in Camas. We need local restaurants, local businesses, and that way we just keep putting our money back into the economy and back into people's pockets. Their number 7 goal on the list is plan for needed schools and infrastructure. So there are plans for there to be more schools in this area. Obviously, if you've been looking into Camas, you know that the schools here are amazing, but they're getting full, so we're gonna need some new schools, and Camas is planning for that, thankfully. And, oh goodness, I think I said there were 7 items on the list, but there's actually an 8th, my bad. Number 8 is pace development to maintain Camas's small town feel. That's a really important one too, and I think that's what a lot of people who are opposed to this are saying, hey, like, we want to keep it small, we want to keep it with that community feel, and Camas is taking that into account, and honestly, from what I've seen so far, I think they're going to do a good job maintaining that. So now that phase 1 of the public outreach campaign is finished, Camas is on to phase 2 of the public outreach campaign, and they have released 2 preliminary plans, and there's documents and everything you can see where they're parsing out what parts of the area are going to be housing, what parts are going to be commercial, what parts are going to be parks. They have 2 options right now. They've got option A and option B. Option A has a little bit more green and open space, and option B has a little bit less. But nonetheless, both of the plans take into account all the types of property use. So I'm going to have that linked down below for you to take a look at. Maybe you can weigh your opinion on it. They do want to hear everyone's opinion on what they want it to look like eventually. I'm confident that this project is going to turn out really well as time goes by. Hopefully I will have a chance to be involved in it as well. That would be really amazing. And I want to hear what you have to say about it too. So feel free to drop a comment down below. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Again, subscribe to the Living in Vancouver and Camas YouTube channel if you want to know all the things about living here. You want to be the first to know. Connect with me on Instagram. Feel free to call me, DM me if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.